You know what I think it is? I am pretty sure it's because I'm not using Google's beloved Chrome because it's just chugging away completely. And I don't have a really crappy computer, I'm just gonna say. Alright. Whoa there, buddy. It says I'm live. Man, somebody tell me. There's a group chat. Hey, so I've decided to do a little experiment with Google Plus. How's it going, everybody? I feel like I should have done this in Chrome, but I was like, no, you're not going to get me to use that thing. How's it going? Oh yeah, my glasses are like really reflective and crappy. Huh. Well, that should have been a thing. Nobody can see it? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to be like partially blind, but it'll be fine. Can you guys say something? Maybe? Theoretically? Oh, good. Somebody can see me. Oh, I'm so stoked about that. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's not on this link. Is that what's happening? I'm going to press start on the other one and see how that works. Yes, I have two windows open. This is ridiculous. Oh! Am I hanging out with myself? That would be ridiculous. Oh. Oh, it says I'm already in a video call. Okay. Alright. For the love of all that is holy. Oh wait, nobody post the link. We're only having minor technical difficulties because live streams mean minor technical difficulties. Oh. Alright. Oh my goodness. I will be so stoked if people are typing right now. So there's a group chat, and yet nobody's saying anything in it. Hello, guys. And that goes somewhere in the oblivion. Oh, good. So, last time I used Google Hangouts, this is my saga, it was basically like I had to schedule an event and then you had to launch the Hangout within that event. Now you can apparently just say, hey, I'm going to do a Hangout at this time, and you don't have to schedule an event. So what my smart self did, because I gave up on Google Hangouts then because I was like, that was stupid. So my brain decided to make an event and broadcast, thinking that, you know, they would somehow sync up, because Google's all about linking every single account you ever have in the entire internet sphere together. And yeah, that didn't work. So people are probably waiting in some unknown place, and I apologize for that. But can you hear me okay? I'm on DSL. It's not my place yet. I haven't actually had a place of my own for 2 years, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. If you guys don't mind, I am going to try to see. I got the Q&A up. Yeah, I wanted to maybe kind of show you this video that kind of made me think of, yeah, the words. The words are great. I am drinking coffee because I didn't get much sleep at all. This is, apparently this camera likes to mirror things. Anyway, it says Better Call Saul, and that would have been awesome if it was not mirrored. So you probably think I look like some weird person, and I think I just look like myself. Isn't it strange how when you look at yourself in the mirror, and then like you see yourself in photos, you're just like, who is that freakish person? It's because you're mirrored. Alright, I am checking the screen. I'm being really derpy. I'm sure somebody would have said that somewhere. Oh, cool, I'm live on both pages. Hey! Thank you! One of my personal friends told me that Google is hard. Yup. I'm supposed to be good at this stuff, though, damn it. Okay. So nobody's typing in the group chat. I would try to ask people to do that, but I'm not. Oh, good. It's correct. So then I can show you this. Better Call Saul. Right? Oh, so it's mirrored on my end. Oh, cool. Let's go copy my computer. Oh! Best live stream experience ever. Right? Right. God, I hope that doesn't, like, blow up my computer, because then I'll have another goal in the Patreon. Alright, so this is the Hangout. I look like a floating head because I'm wearing this black shirt here, so like, I want to get to some questions, and this is basically about fielding some questions for the Patreon campaign that I decided to launch. I hope you guys saw my most recent video. It would really be awesome if I could get you guys to write in the group chat, but oh, instead I can draw on my face. How about that? That is my big mouth. Oh, buddies. Yeah. The group chat is not full. Where is the group chat? I'm really good at this, you guys. I'm delightfully good. In fact, I'm going to prove this to you, that this is not working. Wait, okay. Don't worry, I'm going to just do a little bit of this. You're like, I dedicated an hour for this, and... Whoa. Okay. Yeah, let's do a little screen share. Okay. Now, I'm going to warn you, and don't freak out. I am using Mac. And there's a reason for this. There's many reasons for this. I run Windows. This is also a question like, why are you not Linux only? I run Windows. I'm going to move that because that's really not that hot. I run Windows, I run Linux, and I run OS X, which is Unix-based, but honestly the functionality is subpar. And I got the laptop so I could edit for Revision 3, and when they took me on, and basically it's been kind of a powerhouse editing for me, so I'm sticking with it, and I use the best tool for the job. So that's the story with that, and with that I'm going to show you my screen to prove to you. This is going to be really meta. Woo! Yeah, this is... Oh. Hey, I'm Nixie Pixel, and you're watching Inception. But anyway, if you guys can see, there is a group chat, and nobody's in it. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. I would like that very much. Alright. Just somebody write, you are not going... Oh, it's only for the people in the Hangout. Alright. Delightful. I'm going to bitch about that to Google later, because that's just ridiculous and not acceptable. So the chat is basically this, like, sidebar that you have to... The chat is a sidebar. It's always been a sidebar. Alright. Anyway. So, yesterday, I stayed up, well, actually 2 days ago, I stayed awake for like 36 hours straight, didn't really eat, didn't sleep, and sat here in this chair. You guys have probably had moments like this where you have a project that you're working on, and you're like, I'm going to do this, you know? And I made a Patreon campaign, and it was basically through asking your permission, because I know when I started doing sponsors, you guys kind of freaked out a little bit because people think a lot of times when people decide to do something promotionally that it's selling out, but in reality, it's the exact opposite. It's trying to make a living, and selling out would be, yeah, they're just not the same thing. So I'm going to answer some of your questions. And I can read the chat. Don't worry, you guys. I got you on lockdown. I will multitask like the ADD person I am. So I have a question from Ollie. I assume his name is not Oily. That would be terrible, and that was a horrible joke. Anyway, sleep deprivation, like I said. If you guys have pledged on my Patreon page, you will know that it is extremely sleep-deprived thank you response. And, well, I don't know. I could show you the thank you response, but then you wouldn't be pledging, and that would be terrible. How about I show you the, Anyway, so this question is from Ollie, and he said, obviously it's ace how quickly the Patreon campaign picked up in such a short time. Were you expecting it to rocket so quickly? Surprisingly, I've been doing this for 6 years, and talking to the camera does not make me nervous anymore. But when I created that project and like put myself out there for you guys, I was like extremely nervous, and I did not think it would make any money really at all. It's nice to see, and especially, and we'll get to this later, with Linux gaming and people that make content in the free space, talking about, if not free and open source, then just free. And it's nice to see that these people can also survive and make a living, and I'm really excited. So I would like to show you my Patreon page on here, if you guys don't mind. Oh my gosh, I'm like never ever this nervous. I don't know what it is. Like, it's so much easier to go to Fortune 500 company and be like, I know my market value and I feel that based on this, I should be receiving XYZ amount, you know, but it's different to be like, hey guys, hey buddies, can I have some help? Yeah, a lot of people are talking about opening the group chat. Apparently there is no spoon and there is no group chat. Sorry about that. I don't know why Google changes things every 35 seconds. Yeah. Unicorn tears. Okay, so I'm going to show you my Patreon page. And like I said, before you freak out, I'm on a Mac, so that's a thing. And I explained it already. You'd be surprised that one of the first videos that I ever did for Linux, it was like, I said sudo, and I got immediately smacked down. So I guess maybe there's a little bit of neckbeards in the world. But anyway, here you go. I'm gonna share this screen with you guys. By the magic of technology, here it is. Please let me know if you can see this. Holy shit! Oh, I didn't notice that was you guys. Wow. I didn't realize how many people had put money in. I actually haven't been checking it very often. Oh. Anyway, I was gonna say words, and they were gonna come out, I swear. Can you guys see the Patreon page? At all? Just say yes, I will, I'm watching you. Yeah, if you guys can see it, just let me know so I'm not just like blubbering for no reason with you not. Okay, thank you. Yeah, anyway, so I have my video on here, and I just posted it So if you guys basically kind of pouring out my heart for the next time. So don't worry, I'm going to talk about Linux videos. Oh, secondarily, is my voice over modulating? This is very important because I don't have my microphone set up.
Hey, I'm Nixie Pixel. Hey, I'm Nikki Pix.
Is my mic doing okay? You can see the page and the mic isn't over modulating and all that jazz. Anyway, now I want to stop screen sharing. Okay. Cool. Okay, and if somebody can just put my anxiety to ease because the bars are like going all red, like I'm yelling in your face. Please tell me I'm not yelling in your face. I can't believe the page. I can't believe it. I hadn't seen the page, and yeah. Okay. You know what I decided to do? I decided to schedule a hangout so I can get all emotional on camera for everybody. Anyway, so I decided to go with Patreon because there's some things I don't really agree with. I'd like to be able to have a one-time donation. I don't want to have you like stuck there for life. But you can actually opt out of the campaign. Shit. Okay. I can do this. Yeah, but you can actually opt out of your donation. Can I? Okay, cool. Gotta get rid of draw. Did I just flip myself? Oh, God. Anyway, so let's go back just for 2 seconds and with my awesome face. The reason why I went with these guys is that they're local and they're pretty incredible. For the first time ever, we're able to oh, whatever. I'm just going to show you how to do this, okay? Because it's just too much right now. All right. So yeah, you can just click on Be a Patron, and you can give nothing. It's totally okay if you guys can't do this. This is basically for people who can afford to give a little bit to help me do my thing. But you can, and then down here is the rewards that I'm going to do, and including a live stream that will hopefully have better equipment, won't be as atrocious as this one, and I'm super excited about my t-shirts. In fact, I'm going to go back here and show you. Nah, maybe not. Okay, well, I will in 2 seconds, and I'm going to go back to the other page. I'm surprised how hard my computer is chugging. It's like unacceptable. Okay, I'm working it out, you guys. Okay. Hello there. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Okay. So I can clearly tell that this 1 hour limit might go a little bit over because I haven't actually gotten through like a couple questions. So anyway, I answered this question. No. Does it actually show the question? That's epic. So no, I didn't expect Patreon to take off this much. I am really excited that, like I said, for the first time ever, we're able to contribute to the people that we love. Like, for instance, Wasteland 2. I don't know if you guys are into Fallout, old school style, turn-based, like, love it, love it. He did a Kickstarter, and he basically said that I go to these AAA titles, I go to EA or Activision, like, I'm not saying they're terrible, but, and I say, hey, here's the idea of this game I have, and then they go, well, I'll put the bad glasses on for added effect. Well, so where are the boobs? And he's like, I wasn't planning on putting them in. And it's like, well, we have many statistics that show that boobs win. And, I mean, they do win in a way. I have them. I like them. I'm an equal opportunity lover. That's the way it is. So, but anyway, where was I going with this? Can I just sleep on camera? Can I just do that? Anyway, what they were asking him, Brian, I believe his name is, to give up creative control, and that's part of the next question. Aww. Yeah, you guys are really, really, like, sympathetic. I appreciate that. Or empathetic, maybe, to my plight of live streaming. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the question is, what exactly is wrong with the YouTube model? Why can't you make enough to make ends meet? He said, I'm not judging, I just want to be educated. So thank you, Michelangelo, and the answer would be that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the YouTube model if you make millions of views, like Williams, Ray, Buckles, Johnson, whatever he is. If all you do is make videos about the viral things happening in the world, or the really, really popular stuff that people will just like, it's like click fodder, no offense, there's a place for that, then you will make money off getting $6 per 1,000 views. If you're me, if you're somebody who talks about indie games, I mean, for me, I show the terminal, and there's a finite amount of people that can actually dig that. And you guys are the best, and you're epic, and I love you so much. But I couldn't really do it anymore. And what I had to do was essentially get odd jobs. And that's why you didn't really see me that, and I've been touring throughout Asia, but that's a whole other story. And yeah, so I guess YouTube has pushed the volume concept, and that's unfortunately where they're going with it. And the thing I like about Patreon is they're talking about creations and focusing really on that niche. So can I show you the Patreon dance video? I mean, not dance video. Can I show you the Patreon introduction video? Because it's amazing. I just need one person to say yes, and I'll be like, okay. I hope I answered that question. Yes, I would really like to be able to show you that video. Okay, cool. I'm gonna show it to you. Whoop! Pop-ups, pop-ups. Ugh. I love how it just asked me, it was like, YouTube needs to know who you are on Google, and I'm just like, I don't know what that means, but I think you guys are taking over the world. So I'm in YouTube land. That's very strange. Just want to like post a video. It shouldn't be that hard, should it? So did it die? Is there just a black screen for you guys? Can I just rant for a second? I don't know if you noticed, and I kind of posted about this before, but I am really surprised that the big wig companies like Google and Facebook, their assumption that we know what shit to click on. For instance, I could only get to the Q&A if I clicked this random like nondescript icon, or sometimes even on Facebook if I like hover over something, a magical button appears, and I'm like, I don't want to combat unicorns and fairy dust in order to like do something that I like buttons. I like buttons. Am I the only one? Yeah. Anyway. Whoops. I'm going to try to link a YouTube video by the grace of Who knows? Need permission. I downloaded. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, sweet. All right. Can you guys see this at all? Then again, technology is pretty cool. Recommended videos. I would like to add a video, good sir. Oh, delightful. Okay. You guys ready to see the Patreon video? This was one of the things that basically convinced me to get going and start with them, because they're a very, very small startup, and you may not make the most money with them, but I know that they're going to take me through.
Like this. Like, just get it together.
So the feed like stopped the comments. Did you guys see that at all? Was it like I was superimposed over the video? Because that would be epic. I was not dancing at all. Don't judge me. I know, I might have to restart because I think you guys... Hang on one sec, you guys, sorry. Did you guys... Oh, you guys didn't see the video at all. Oh, no audio. Okay, then. That's terrible. Oh, mother of God. Oh, man. So, no sound. Okay, should I even try that again? Because it was actually a music video. I was like, no. So some people had audio and some people didn't have audio. That's delightful. You know, we can't win them all. Just out of as many days in the week. Let's see if this works. Okay, so Oh, that's a thing. So essentially, you just saw me dancing silently for 4 minutes. Yeah. And Marcus, you are exactly right. The video only plays for the people that are that are playing the YouTube video. Oh God, is the sound still not working? Can you hear this face palming? What about this one? I hope this is being recorded. Oh, no audio. Testing 1, 2, 3. I can do the testing that I do for my videos. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Okay, and you guys can hear me. All right. Oh my God. So you can hear the face palming. Good. Okay. So let's get back on track, shall we? Yes. What do you guys think about my Patreon? Did you get the Tron theme, or did you have no clue? Yeah. Good. I feel old every time I talk about Tron, even though I know Tron has like come out recently. And I would show you, if you guys love the original, yes, it did hurt. Thank you, Benjamin. Face palming does hurt every once in a while. So some people can't hear. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. You may just want to restart the feed because I can only face palm so many times. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, yeah, I feel old whenever I talk about, the audio is on. Yeah. I feel old whenever I talk about Tron back in the 80s. And I would show you this spoiler if you guys like have some Tron love in there. I would show you this like Easter egg that they put in Tron, but I'm like terrified of showing another video for fear of the 4-minute death again, essentially. Yeah, did you guys like Tron Legacy more than the original Tron? Shame on you. I'm just kidding. I don't have to like all the old school stuff. Yeah, theoretically, when I start doing these not impromptu live streams, I will have a moderator. And if you guys want to bear with me a little bit for some more questions, I'd love to answer them. Oh, I'm older than you think I am, whippersnapper. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. Don't hate me. Okay? Don't hate me, because if you guys like Tron as much as I do, you're gonna love this. They're like, oh, fucking kidding me. I mean, frack. Okay. It has to make me consent to playing YouTube videos every time. Okay, testing. You guys can still hear me? Awesome. I think I'm winning at this technology thing. I think I am. So, Tron, don't worry, it's a black screen. Nobody freak out. Ready? So, anybody who was around in the 80s, check out this Easter egg. Tell me if you can see it. Do you see Pac-Man? Isn't that cool? Okay. Testing, testing. Okay, did it work? Did you see it? Did you see the Tron Easter egg? That would be amazing if it worked, if a Google feature worked. No, it's okay. Ugh. I don't know. There's a lot of really fancy features, but I'm not exactly sure I want to do Google Hangouts if most of the stream is going to be like, no audio, no video, oh god, like, run away. Yeah. And honestly, I might not bring anybody on. I was going to like try to call some people and hang out, and like the first Patreon person, because that was pretty awesome to get my first patron. It's like getting a, you know, your first dollar bill and being like, damn. Okay, so you guys can see the video. All right. Can you see me now? I don't know, man. Jeremy, I can see you guys commenting. Don't worry about that. It's just a Google trying to be different and not having a group chat with a sidebar, just like we've known since the days of old IRC. Like, come on. I wonder if the people who talk bad about Google, if they end up like smiting them, since they're essentially God now. That's why I was so afraid to put out my recent video. Good night. Okay. So if you guys don't mind, I'm glad you didn't see that Tron Easter egg. You're just gonna have to look it up yourself, I think. Unfortunately. No, I'm not gonna try it again because I'm terrified. Uh-oh, somebody said Tron sucked. Well, I hope you don't check out my Patreon page then, because I basically name all the rewards after Tron things, which I'm pretty sure only like 2 people understood. They're like, yay, really obscure. Okay. So guys, what do you think about the rewards? I know a screen share. I know screen share works, so I'm gonna screen share that one more time. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna like not. That thing I was gonna do, I'm just gonna do the opposite of that. Oh, somebody remembers the Pac-Man Easter egg while watching Tron, so that's cool. Okay. I wanted to say this way earlier, but somehow an hour happened, and like I don't even know. So my most recent video, somebody asked like, what are your videos going to be about? If you're going to be doing videos, like we're, you know, helping you out here. What's going on? I am going to do the Facebook privacy video because I use Facebook because all my friends use Facebook, and I feel like they all use Facebook because I use Facebook, you know? But there had been this thing going around, and I posted about it, which was, damn you, Wired. Like, Wired and TechCrunch and, like, all these really reputable sites were putting out, here's a way to opt out of the Facebook's new privacy settings. I don't know if you know this, but the new privacy settings state that they can essentially give all your browsing data to third parties. So that means that like no search is safe. Nothing that you do is safe. And this should be over here. All right. See, these are the times where I wish I could jump cut. Anyway, so no browsing is safe, and so these big sites were like, go to, what was it? Like the electronic Freedom. It's like the Electronic Frontier, but not. It's like some sort of third-party site, and it looks legit, sounds legit, but you're essentially enabling cookies and saying, here are all the like things I subscribe to, and like opt out. They're basically like saying you can opt out all at once, and I'm like, you know what? If it's really that easy, it's probably a scam. And really, there's no way that we know that it's not a scam. And they have all these like things where you can submit the company to the Better Business Bureau if like they're harassing you or something from Facebook or something like that. But I'm just like, it's not real. Like, even the Better Business Bureau doesn't necessarily do anything. You have to take matters in your own hands. So if you see anything that's like go and opt out, do a big opt out of all the bulk services that you use, it's essentially going to link all those services together and send it to the advertisement or the advertiser saying, hey, this is all the stuff this 32-year-old male is looking at. You know, it's like unbelievable. So I'm going to talk about kind of a more roundabout way to protect yourself against that and make it so your browsing is safe again. That's a really long way of saying it. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. That'll be coming up soon. Benjamin was like, Facebook has privacy? Not really. How many people actually have Facebook accounts and how many people deleted it? When I got really irritated at Facebook once, and I was like, I'm going to delete you, you know, I've been on here since 2006 and you're just taking away my rights, and I clicked on it and it was like all these pictures of people that I know, and it's like, Nikki, you're, you know, Jake will miss you, and it like shows all these pictures, like your mom will miss you, and it shows these pictures of you guys together, and it's like guilt tripping you to try to stay on Facebook, and it worked. So yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to check more questions. I get worried when it goes silent a little bit because I don't see people typing. Yeah, if you guys haven't, if you're wondering if you're like watching this from Facebook, or if you're speaking of which, if you're watching this from Facebook or Google+, there's a specific link you have to go to, and I posted it. I posted it on Twitter and I posted it on Facebook, I believe. So if you just look, if you're not getting questions answered and you're wondering like why it's not interactive, it's because there's this one spot where you can actually go and click on it. And I made sure to like post the link for everybody. So sorry, it's not that I'm trying to ignore you. Okay, so next question. Yay! Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you guys a question. So I'm going to start doing live shows, and I would like to contact companies and try to get like giveaways for you guys. And I have a few actually that I'm pretty excited about, and we'll talk about that later. But I was wondering what type of stuff within reason would you want? Because I want to give it away and like give you guys a whole bunch of stuff because you deserve it and you're awesome. So far I have external power supplies. You'd be amazed how popular they are in Asia. There's like, going in Asia, everybody had their, because they don't have like free Wi-Fi necessarily, there's like outlets are often covered up, blocked off. I don't think people, maybe electricity is more expensive there, or maybe they don't understand exactly how little power a laptop draws. But they charge people for internet and stuff like that. So external chargers are really, really big, and I have a lot of really cool ones that I'm going to give away to you guys in the coming streams if you guys don't run away after this one. Please don't run away. Okay. Anybody? Thank you for saying that you're supporting me and you're not doing it for the rewards. I have also supported a few people. I'm a patron of a few people that I just was like, I don't need rewards. I want you guys to thrive and survive. So, SSD drives. Ooh, that's a really good one. So far, I've gotten routers with like open source firmware, and I'm like, you know, it's not 100% what I'm going for, but it could be a cool giveaway. Thanks, Jacob. Okay, so Rohit Sarkar asked, how did you get started in Linux? I'm going to drink some Sol here first and answer that question. This is such a cool mug. You guys would not use GeekBuzz US branded. Wow, USB somehow translated to US branded. Yup. You have to also forgive me because like a week ago I was still speaking Thai and Japanese and all that. Like I pretty much learned an exquisite amount of Thai. If I wasn't terrified of the like DSL connection and like the technological fails that we've had so far, I would invite somebody to come on and practice Thai with me because it sounds so beautiful. Like I learned Chinese. I will answer how do you get started in Linux. It's not my fault. I stayed up too late. I learned Chinese, and like how I learned it was because of, you know, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Hero, House of Flying Daggers. And I thought the Chinese, the way they spoke was so beautiful, so I learned it, and then I found out that like nobody speaks Mandarin. That's the like dialect. And so I basically wander around being like, you know, ni hao ma, you know, and they understand a little bit, but the thank yous are not the same. Like, you say like 谢谢, and in Cantonese they go 谢谢, and it's just like, oh, so that like little variation means I can't speak with anyone. It's the sad truth. Okay, so again, you guys can come to. I wonder if I should take a minute and like send people over to the page so they can actually comment on it, because I'm afraid that people are like writing in the wrong avenues because of the mix-up. You know? Okay, so how did I get started in Linux? This is a very bizarre story, but I kind of explained it in a previous video, actually, where I talked about getting made fun of heavily when I tried to talk about games. And thank you for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I have to get sidetracked. A live stream is like amazing for someone with ADD. I'm just like, all the things, and the people are talking to me at the same time that I'm talking, and this is like a utopia right now. I'm in heaven. Well, the people who are watching are probably like, no, not a thing. So I got started in Linux. How do we always get started in Linux, right? So you have like this dying computer, and you're like, it's not running Windows XP, Windows 2000, Windows 97, you know, insert version here. And you install it, and it's a bastard, and it doesn't do what you say. And so, like, in a kind of upset fit of rage, I uploaded a video and kind of like, here's this thing, and I love it because it gives me all this independence and freedom, but I hate it because it gives me all this independence and freedom. And I actually had a really interesting response. This is when I had about 500 subscribers, maybe 1,000 subscribers. And this one guy, he was like, hey, I'm from India. And I got like, hey, I'm from China. Hey, I'm from the Middle East. I cannot afford an operating system and your explanation of installing Linux, of installing a distro, like really helped me. And yeah, so I know this is probably like a broken record if you heard my other video, but the Real Me video. But I was like, wow, okay, so other people want to be independent, and it kind of just like clicked, Like I'd love to hear your guys' stories of when when you knew that you were going to do this like forever. I don't know. It sounds really overly romantic about an operating system or about the free and open source movement, if you will, but it'd be cool to hear you guys' stories. Maybe we can talk about it in the next stream. So yeah, after that I was hooked, and I started posting a lot on my old channel. So if you really want to see some like ancient, like I think I talked about Clam TK and like how to remove Windows viruses using Linux and stuff like that. That's in my old channel, and so I've since created a Nixie Does Linux channel, and that's the one that most people are subscribed to. You see, I'm all over the place generally, like all the time. It's how I roll. So I hope that answers it. The question of how I got started in Linux. Cool. Yeah, if you guys, I know this is weird, but if you are on Facebook or you're anywhere near, if you could post this link that you're actually chatting on, that would be like, I would be eternally grateful, because to be honest, there are so many links, and I have like 20 windows open, and I actually don't want to, I'm afraid to link to the wrong one. So if you could maybe send it in the comments of one of my, I don't know, I appreciate it. So that brings to another question. It was upvoted 38 times by Matthew, and he asked, since Steam is on Linux, since Steam is on Linux and Humble Bundle has been endeavoring to provide Linux games, have you considered doing Linux Let's Plays? Yes. A million times yes. You know I'm a gamer. I haven't gotten a chance to game very often, but I hope with this Patreon campaign I'll be able to actually have a place of my own with a dedicated spot that I can sit down and game, because I have all the hardware in a storage shed, and I would love nothing more but to talk about, like, what is it? Well, there's a Steam sale happening right now, so that's all the games. But I won't use the Patreon fund to buy Steam games, will I? No, that would be wrong. Yeah, so I would love to do that. What are some of your favorite games? I would play them. I would play all the games. Let me know. I'm going to minimize one of these 80 windows. Hopefully that answered your question a little bit. Oh, criminy. Did I? Oh, I got rid of it again, didn't I? This is hard, you guys. That's the one thing I like about technology, though. You will get too old for it, but it will never get too old for you, if that makes sense. Like, there will be a point in your life where you'll realize kids are inherently understanding the stuff that is taking me a lot of time to learn. And so, yeah. Here we go, Patreon access launch. I'm going over the time, people. I have to make it longer, I think. Do you guys know how I make the event longer? I do not know myself. So, oh yeah, so what do you guys think about Breaking Bad? Because that's pretty much the most recent series I have watched in its entirety. Cool, okay. Is that an actual dedicated link for chat? If it is, Yaroslav, I'm not sure if that's Russian, but Здравствуйте. Меня зовут Nikki. Okay, cool. Yeah, So I would love to be able to play some Steam games. I am going to resolve that question now. This is kind of fun. I've also, don't worry, people on Facebook and Twitter, I have decided that I was going to add my own questions that were your questions, if that makes sense. So, for instance, this one from my first patron, Richard Noble, asked me, did I design the graphics for my Patreon myself? Or did somebody help me? And yes, somebody definitely helped me. I also really stayed up. In fact, here. His name is Kane. That's his handle. Ooh, tell me your guys' handles. I was not always Nixie Pixel, you know. I am also Nixie-tron. I'm really predictable. It's just bizarre. But yes, his name is Kane, and he basically does graphic design for a living. So I'm really appreciative to be able to have that support. He tried to fit me in through his work, and it worked out. So so I got a lot of fun graphics. Like some of them I did myself, and you can probably tell the ones I did myself versus the, oh my god, I can't believe that number. I think I'm going to refresh it and see what it does. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I did that Tron I Fight for the Users thing. It took me like 3 hours. You know, just some things that you try to do that you're just not inherently good at. Oh, also guys, I wanted to show you my activity feed. Yes, I'm using a Mac, and it's because I use all the things, and I already explained it. So, love me for who I am. If you guys want to check out your activity and you're a patron, just click on this. It's pretty obscure, but it's an activity feed, and then it has kind of what's going on. And that number is incredible. Because it's just unbelievable. It's like I feel like I'm in this telemarketing line, and I'm just kind of like, or what are those things that they used to have, where you'd call for help, or you'd call to be to fundraise. Can you guys see me still? I'm back. Cool. Yeah. Sander, thank you for just joining. This is a chat, so what you're writing here in comments is a chat. I don't make the rules. So yeah. Oh, you like my try? He's like, nice try to talk in Russian. Извините. I think that means I'm sorry, but I'm not sure. I'm a linguophile. That's not a thing. All right. Yeah, I'm not really pleased with the comments, and I hope they revise it, which I'm sure in 5 minutes they'll probably revise it, and then I'll look like a dumbass again starting a feed. So yeah. A telethon! Thank you, Adam! A telethon, yes. I feel like it's a telethon. Like, I'm like, we're at, you know, $50. I remember when I had only $10. I was like, we're at $10 and we just need your help to push it over the edge, you know? Yeah, thanks, Brad. Telethon. I never watched any telethons, I have to tell you, so I feel very lucky. Okay. I am going to pick a question. I'm really interested to see if it, like, puts the question up there or not. Yay, I get health insurance! Yeah, that was one of my goals. Yeah. So stoked. Oh, yeah, so I wanted to ask you something. I'm going to recommend a lightweight distro first. And in case you're really new, distro means distribution, which is a distribution of Linux, which is kind of like an operating system, but let's face it, a lot of people are a bit pedantic in this realm, so it's not technically an operating system. It's a kernel. Anyway, so it's like an operating system, and for that I would have to say Mint just came out with this new release, and it's looking good. Doesn't look like it's going the route of Canonical, where it's like all the schnaz and none of the speed. So that's, I mean, go back to the basics really. Don't try to make a Mac out of Linux. Like, that's, I mean, it is Unix, but don't try to do it. It's, I don't know. If you made a beautiful looking desktop, if the UI was amazing, then sure, like, I would probably like it, but you have to sacrifice speed for, you know, performance for appearance, and that's kind of crap, and I just don't, I could just stay with Windows for that, so. Yep, so I'd have to say Linux, Mint, and if you guys have any other lightweight distros that you like, if you want a really lightweight distro, you could use Tails, which is this really, it's all about security. I like to put it on a thumb drive and use it. If you feel like a spy, you can have Tails on a thumb drive, go to somebody's computer, plug it in, do all your stuff, unplug it, and nobody ever knew you were there. That's definitely happened before, maybe a couple times. Okay, I'm going to abandon the term chat. This is not a chat, but this is comments, and rolling in an extreme rate of speed. Yeah, so basically no Unity, to go back to lightweightness, not Unity. So if you guys have some other lightweight distros that I probably forgot, let me know, and I will talk about them in the chat, in the comments, in the chat comments. Oh, thank you, Kilian. Oh boy, for the support on Patreon. I appreciate it. Yay! Okay, cool. Can you guys see the questions pop up when I do this like Q&A thing? Like it was like currently answering. So everybody likes Mint. That's cool. I'm glad. It's Debian, or it's Ubuntu based, so you're still like getting the Ubuntu feel in a way. It's user friendly, yeah. Everybody wants me to do something with Arch, and that's gonna happen someday. I swear it. Thomas said, I mentioned Tails, now the NSA is watching me. You're assuming they weren't watching me before. Okay. So I'm answering the question, any more tutorials on other Linux tools like iptables and egrep? I'm torn. I know that this Patreon campaign is going to really help me create a lot more videos, so I would have to say yes. At the same time, I do want to be able to go, I did a like, what was the thing in revision? Like Linux Quickie, Nixie Linux Quickie or something, where I talk about like basic UI stuff. Right now I'm starting to hate UI, or I'm sorry, I'm starting to hate GUI, because the reality, and I think why Gentoo users do what they do, and that's a whole other story, is because you give up some level of freedom. It's just like what I talked about with the lightweight versus like beautiful argument. You give up some of the flexibility when you have a GUI that is set into these tight constraints. So, oh cool, it's awesome that you guys can see the questions. That's epic, winning. I just wish I knew if it was recording this or not, because I would want to put it on the internet. Maybe I wouldn't want to put it. This is our little secret, our little shame. It's like half an hour of like face-palming goodness at the beginning. All right, Michael, you have a really, really good question. Oh, wait, let me finish the other question. So, I would love to talk more about Linux tools. I actually have a soft spot in my heart for server stuff. VPN, SSHing, like that is kind of what I'm stuck on right now, if you haven't noticed. And so I really want to talk more about privacy because shit's hitting the fan. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's pretty bad now. So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk more about GUI stuff, and I will touch a little bit on tools. But my next video is going to be about Facebook privacy, and it's not going to be all GUI. Yeah, good answer, Nixie. Okay. So Michael asked an interesting question that if we can't contribute monthly to the Patreon, oops, where did it go? If we can't contribute monthly to Patreon, then how can we contribute? So I want to show you something because right now what they're recommending is, oops, oh crap, here, hang on one second. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay. That's what I get for using incognito or private browsing. Okay, so I'm going to actually be logged in for you guys first. Okay, so I don't want to be like the type of person that like has another campaign going, but I also want to offer the feature for people that don't want to continually support, because I know for me, I may not want to give monthly. And I want you guys to know with your Patreon campaign that you're not actually getting charged right away. So, once the charge, and the reason that they don't, oh my god, what? Like, this is not ever gonna get old, you guys. Like, I keep looking at the freaking amount, and I'm just absolutely floored. Okay, so yes, my Mac is a Mac, and it's delightful. Alright, so yeah, you guys are amazeballs. Yeah, anyway, so what you can do if you want to actually use the Patreon interface is you can put XYZ amount, you know, like $3, $13, whatever, 50 cents. And then once the payment goes through, you can go in and actually like cancel it. So you can do a one-time only. I will figure it out. Nope. Private messages. You can do a one-time only thing where you come on now. Okay, here we have it, folks. In case there was any damn confusion, let's start over. So some people will want to not give monthly, and that's totally cool. And again, you don't have to give it all. So I'm just doing this to help you guys out, because this is, again, the Patreon campaign, and I've digressed enough. So anyway, so for instance, SMBC, Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal comics, I'm giving just a little bit for now until I have enough where I can give more. And my payment already went through. So I can delete a pledge. I don't know why I'm telling you to delete the pledge, but I do want to tell you that you can actually cancel it at any time. You can modify it at any time. And yeah, that's a thing. So it's possible to let your payment go through and then cancel it. That was a really, really long explanation. I hope that answered your question, like, however slightly. Does that make more sense? Oh, cool. So my 4 minutes of dancing is, like, forever on the YouTubes. Good. Like, I can feel like Chris Pirillo, because I feel like no matter what I've done on the internet, like, he's probably done it. Have you guys seen? He has a campaign as well, and he's making, like, bank. But, yeah. He's been around since the internet. It's kind of a big deal. So, oh yes, so what I want to do ideally once I'm not living out of other people's houses is I'm going to have a 2-monitor setup. I'm going to be able to look at my chat. I would like to be able to get a moderator because you guys probably don't like me embarrassing myself all the time. At least I don't always like that. So I resolved this question. Let's see. So hopefully that answered your question, Michael, about how to contribute. I would like to know, and I'll ask this probably later, if I do like a fundraiser or something like that, where it's just a one-time deal, and I'll have the same rewards, would that be an option? Like I'll think of a project that I want to do, and then the people that want to just like give once will have that option. I just don't want to seem like I'm kind of like waving around like this change jar everywhere, you know. It's just, it's not necessarily like that. I just want to be able to have all the functionality working for you guys. So what do you think about that? Oh, cool. Thank you for offering to moderate. That's awesome. Yeah, and I also, like, if I do meet the goal of an editor and like designer, I would love to be able to have it be one of you guys if you want. I mean, you probably would start hating me, but I'm going to put my contact page information later. Actually, no, now. Just like I can remember it. Oh, what? That was a 5 hours sleep problem. How do I delete that? NixiePixel.com/.com. Yeah. Let's change that, shall we? Contact. Yeah, so if you're an editor, video editor, what I do is I'd A-roll it, which means that I'd take all my bloopers out, whoops, like that. And I just need like B-roll and the fun stuff that people put in their videos that I just like freaking cannot deal with. It's just so much. Anyway, so let me know. Contact me there. Oh yeah, so another option, Pontus, is to do IRC. It's really hard, isn't it, to streamline where all these comments come from in a live stream. So I'm going to rectify that, I promise you. So this was just kind of like a impromptu, I'm gonna do the thing. So yeah. Like, I'm fairly certain that half the amount of people are not writing where they should be, and I'm not seeing it. So I want to be able to rectify that. So yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so this was from Facebook, I believe. Jim, where do I want to be in 5 years? So I'm going to tell you a secret. All this crowdfunding is for a purpose. I will eventually have a goal where I make a charity of some kind. So OLPC is great, and it's like my charity of choice for right now. I've been following them for a really long time. They're the One Laptop Per Child campaign, and they basically enable people in developing nations, children, to be connected and give 1 laptop per child, and I love that concept. What I would like to do is start more on the ground level where I am in the United States, and then go from there. Like, personally figure out something to be determined. Like, I have all these like mad woman scribblings of things, but I will compile them soon enough, and that's where I want to be in 5 years. I want to be able to create a community of people that help other people in the same way that Patreon does, but for a different purpose. Maybe teaching people that open source is not a scary word, that Linux is not to be avoided, you know. Oh, yay! Yeah, my telethon is not succeeding because I'm not like talking about my Patreon enough in my. But yeah, I hope that made sense about where I want to be in 5 years. Where do you guys want to be in 5 years? Did it really? Did it seriously break 4,000? Oh my gosh. Okay. Here I go. I'm gonna look at it. Wow. This is you guys are terrible. Yeah. So there's a lot of red in this camera, and I don't understand what that is. Oh man. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So the idea of, I can't even freaking do this right now, you guys. I'm gonna do something ridiculous for now because I can't even. Scoot and doodle. What on earth is that? Scoot and doodle. Oh, right. Yeah, I wanted to. Darren brings up a good point about wanting to be self-employed, doing something fun, right? Somebody wrote, and I almost want to just address this publicly to that person, that, because I do read all the damn comments, like, forevermore. Somebody wrote that I don't understand. Actually, I'm going to pull up the comment. Somehow. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the comment. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Sorry, guys. I would be really interested to hear your input on, like, where you think Google's going with all of this stuff. In fact, like, they bought Twitch, so they bought the streaming service. They've bought the WhatsApp? WhatsApp? No, that was Facebook. But, yeah. Oh, you guys are interested in doing PayPal donations instead? Interesting. Let's see if I can find it. It was a very interesting concept, and it's something that I've heard so many people say about why don't you get a real job. I might just have to paraphrase it if I can't find it. Okay. You can hear that it's like telling me. Okay, I think I found it. Maybe he deleted it. Yeah, that's bizarre. Okay, anyway, I'm going to address it regardless because it's something that a lot of people talk about. Emotional Pixie. Did Patreon really crash? What? You're silly. No, it didn't crash. Oh my god. Why are you making me look at the Patreon page again, you guys? Like. Okay. So, I'm done answering that question. I will talk about. Actually, I'm going to make my own question. Okay. Okay, so basically it was like, why don't you get a real job? Like, don't complain about being able to make money because it's not a real job. And I just want to say that a lot of people talk about creators, and which is the reason most of the people that are on Patreon, musicians, actors, writers, people who talk about Linux on the internet, they're not any less real than anybody else's job. And actually, it takes an insane amount of risk. Like, I basically made, like, no money for 2 years when I started. Like, nobody knows this, but I made, like, not enough to even live off of when I first started doing this. And there were actually times where I was like, is this worth it? Like, should I buckle down? I had 2 jobs. I worked at a, like, GNC, like a nutrition center, and I worked at a TV station, and while I was working at the TV station, I was also doing, like, theorizing, or making theories on videos and everything like that. So the fact that somebody thinks that this is not a viable job is bullshit. And anything that you want to do in your life that you may think is unconventional, that it will never work, like, do it. Because we're now at a point where we can help each other. And if I see you go on Patreon, sorry, if I see you go on Patreon, I need water, and talk about, like, you're going to specialize in breaking down, like, explaining heliacases, or, you know, talking about deoxyribonucleic acid, stuff like that. It's going to be obscure, and you may think that nobody wants to do it, but the internet is at our disposal now, and everybody will support people that make good content, and that's just it. That's it. Don't be afraid, and do it. Yeah. Anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, you guys are awesome for staying up so late in the UK. I'm planning on doing this also on Sunday. I now know how to schedule it, so that should be good. And I hope this wasn't a bizarre experience for you, that I actually have been having a really great time. So once I have better internet, I'm gonna, like, do a call and, like, bring some people on and have you guys talk to me, because that would be awesome to be able to talk to other people and not just myself. I'm talking to you also, but it's just in a different medium, you know. So, when am I going to visit the UK? Yeah. So, like, another thing is, like, yes, I am a YouTube personality, if you will, but that's not all that I want to be, and I realize that that's not, like, viable moving forward, like, moving way forward. So what your pledges are going to will be something way, way bigger than myself, and I promise. Wow, you guys. Yeah, real jobs are overrated, Martin. That is a badass name, and you are right, my dear sir. Oh, so the t-shirts. So the deal on the t-shirts. One more time. I'm going to show you the Patreon thing, because it's kind of important to explain. Wish I had some music going on in the background for you guys. Holy, did you like my new Tron logo? Kane, the guy was probably going extremely nuts because I've been hounding him so much on details and whatever made it. Yeah, I kind of like it. But what was I talking about? Oh God. What was I talking about? Oh. Rewards. Right. Okay. Sorry, I have only gotten 4 hours of sleep, so you guys are awesome. So this is the t-shirt pledge. Now I want to explain a little bit about the t-shirts. I will show you high def I'll post up some high def versions because you probably can't see the code that I have on the back side of it. But I basically have a binary llama, which is like all zeros and ones if you don't know, and the Bin Bash shirt, which I'm going to give away randomly to people who pledge. And hello, I'm open source, baby. And then Uncle Sam, I want you to go open source to your nearest software repository. So those are my t-shirts, and as far as ordering them, that will probably be another month before I have a store. The t-shirts are really high quality. I'm making sure that they're not like any crappy, you can wash them a million times, you don't have to turn them inside out, they'll never fade type thing. So it's actually a really good, it's a really good quality. And so my store won't be ready for a month. And also, since if you go up here and you look at your pledge, like say I want to pledge, oops, it will say, actually let's just go back for 2 seconds. I'm going to try to pledge for the Master Control program. Wow, that looks terrible. I have no idea. I love big graphics. I'm going to have to go back or something. So you'll put in your address, and I'll work on the details about sending overseas. So it'll probably just mean less money in my pocket, but I promise I'll be able to get it to you. So no problem. Like, even if I don't make any money off of these shirts, I'll be really happy to have people wear them. So yeah, so you basically put in your address, and what will happen though is that you won't, if I can show you here. Okay, so your card will not be charged at this time. So that's the important thing to realize is I am not going to actually send the shirts out until here. Yeah, so your card isn't charged when you make the pledge. And you can also pledge with PayPal, use your card, and yeah. Going back there. And in case you're wondering, your card is going through Stripe, which they have a 256-bit encryption, AES, so, and their decryption keys are stored on separate physical servers, so yeah, it's good. But because your card doesn't get charged for another month, you will be waiting another month for the shirts. Now, the reason for that is I don't care if I don't make any money on the shirts, but I don't want to go in debt because of that. So I hope you guys understand that I have to wait until the payment is actually processed. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, okay, so in the photos, it's hard because you can essentially just cancel your pledge right afterwards. So I would also like to just be able to wait until the payment is finalized, but there's definitely going to be things like the live streams I'll do regardless if people decide to cancel. I think I'm just going to use good faith and just hope that nobody cancels, because really I've used good faith up until now, so why be picky about it? But as far as like the tangible items that actually cost me money, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a month for that. So, but my store will be ready in a month too, so I'm excited for that. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, you guys, I guess I should actually post my Patreon link at some point. I know this has been a lot bigger than just Patreon. And I don't want it to seem like a telethon. I hope you guys get value from what I said, and that's important. So I can't wait to do this again. And I've already streamed double the amount that I thought I would. So I also have a game developer conference, or not GDC, that's awesome though. I'm going to a game developer meetup. So I'm gonna have to get ready for that. Oh, and you guys can also follow me on Patreon. If you don't have enough money, or if you don't want to give money, which is totally fine, there's a little button that says follow, and if you could share my story with some of your other friends, close friends, because this is an early access thing, that's also cool. So, am I going to give a news shirt every month? That it would be delightful. Yeah, sorry about the delay. It's DSL. I feel like either that or it's Google, but there's a little bit of a delay with the comments in the video. Okay, so either that or it's a delay in my brain, which is entirely possible. Okay, so yeah, I hope the 15 minutes of like messing around with Google like didn't mess up the another hour I tried to stream to make up for it, you know? So here's my Patreon page, and here. Okay, cool. Yeah, this has been an incredible experience, and even though like the statistics are like that you're pretty much gonna get like half of what is pledged, like people do back out. It's worth it. The response has been worth it, and you guys have just really. I've had a rough couple of years. I don't know if you remember, did a little video about it, but essentially, long story short, had a breakup, and I've been kind of trying to find my place in the world ever since. So it's been challenging, and I'm ready to do it, and I hope I can do it with your help. So yeah. Thanks for watching OS Salt. Be sure to check back to my next maniacal plot next week. I don't really know how to follow it up, but yeah. Bye, you guys. I don't really want to leave, but I actually have to. I usually don't leave my house, so this thing is special. This time is special. Yeah. I will also, when I cancel this, I'm going to go through all those comments and questions if you guys ask them, and I will save them. So don't feel like you like put your question out there and it wasn't answered, because like I'm only one person, so I am going to get to all of them, and as I always do. So, all right, I'll talk to you later, you guys. Bye. Thanks for everything.